Cover letters are, according to a recent survey, seen by almost 50% of recruiters as being equally as important as the CV itself. Yet most people spend the least amount of time on them.
You can't beat a good covering letter. In fact, a lot of the time the covering letter makes me read the CV, and I get a lot more personality in a covering letter than I would do in their just generally reading their CV.
A covering letter should have between 3 and 5 key bullet points. If you are applying for a job, they should be telling the reader exactly why you are right for that job. If you are making a speculative application, they should be the key features that represent you as an individual.
It can help to focus attention on your strengths, and it can also help to detract attention away from any weaker points.
Covering letters are important because it means you've done your preparation, you find out the name of the person, you have half a page to succinctly put why I should put you to the top of the pile and why I should see you.
If you start a covering letter by complimenting that employer by saying, hey, I've heard how good you are as an employer, I've listened to people, I hear good things about you, that's a great way to start. It's also how you can go on and build that story about why you think you would be suitable to them. Actually doing some of that more personal stuff in a CV is very difficult because, as I've said before, a CV is about fact, it's about selection of information. And okay, we can get some of that across by tailoring our CV, but a lot of it we can get across through having a personal covering letter.
I like it as an attachment. They've obviously taken the time with a little paragraph in the email saying, please see attached. I'm very keen to apply for.
Because if it is somebody's assistant printing out the CV, you can't always rely on them printing the email as well. So email and covering letter, admittedly repeated as an attachment, but one of the most important things to do when you're emailing, because when it's email, it's out of your control.
But a covering letter cannot duplicate what it is that is on the CV. It might highlight and expand on, but please do not cut and paste your key skills and your personal profile into the covering letter.
You also need to be able to have an invitation there to some form of action. For example, if you know that the employer employs people like you, there is no harm in you being a little bit pushy and saying, I would like to call sometime next week to see if we can arrange an appointment, rather than just passively saying, okay, if I hear from you, that will be great.